Hi everyone, I'm Aahana and I secured an All India rank of 41 in AILET 2025. If you're preparing for CLAT or AILET and you're wondering, can I do this? The answer is absolutely yes. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I did it, what worked, what didn't, and everything I wish someone had told me when I started. But first, let's rewind a bit. Why law? Well, I have always been that person, curious, a little too argumentative, in a good way, of course, obsessed with stories, justice, and just how messy the world is. Law felt like the perfect place to merge my love for politics, literature, debate, and change. I didn't always know this was my path, but when I looked into it, like seriously made a whole flowchart about becoming a lawyer, it just clicked. I started preparing after my board exams around May of 2023, fresh out of 10th grade. And honestly, I had not a single clue how much this journey would teach me, not just as a student, but as a person. If there is one core truth I've learned, it's that success in CLAT or AILET is about habits. Not cramming, not memorizing random facts, but habits that make you grow. This isn't like your school exam, it's not rote learning, it's mindset, method, and madness. Now, let's talk strategy. Starting with English, if you're serious about cracking these exams, you have to read. Like, really, really read. And I don't mean exam passages. Read good literature, fiction, non fiction, historical fiction, classic, mix it all up. Read stuff that makes you think. It will feel like it's taking up time you could spend on modules or mock tests. But reading sharpens your vocabulary, your comprehension, and focus. And that's exactly what you need when you're staring at a dense passage in your paper for 2 hours straight. Now, let's get into GK. And I need you to tattoo this into your brain. The newspaper is your best friend. And not just for GK, for legal, for English, and for life. My biggest regret was ignoring it for months and then playing catch up like a maniac. I highly, highly recommend the Indian Express. It has everything: geopolitics, legal updates, sports, economics, especially the explained and editorial pages. They are pure gold. You will be shocked at how much your GK scores shoot up once you read it daily for a few weeks. Yes, it is hard, but 1 to 2 hours a day on current affairs is non negotiable. For logical reasoning, again, I'm circling back to the editorial. Don't just skim through them. Ask questions. Ask questions like what the author is saying, what is the tone, what's the argument, what's missing. Treat every article like a mini RC passage. Soon enough, your brain starts making its own connections, and when you open your modules, you will fly through them. But don't get overconfident. I kind of did. And one not missed in a CR question, boom. 1 mark gone, maybe 50 ranks gone with it. Legal reasoning was my favorite and my nightmare. I loved criminal law and constitutional stuff, but contracts was my personal villain origin story. It's easy to get overwhelmed with long, confusing principles. That's where reading habits and critical thinking comes in. They help you focus on what actually matters in the passage and filter out the distracting stuff. With legal, the more you practice applying, not just memorizing, the better you get. Now, let's talk about the final boss. Maths, quantitative techniques, whatever you call it. I barely survived, but I did. And here's how. First things first, build your base. Learn your tables till 25, your squares, cube roots, percentages, memorize them like crazy. Revise, revise, revise. I used to think I was just bad at math, but the truth is, I was just scared of it. Start small, seriously. Even if you're at 2 into 6 is equals to 12, it is a fine place to begin with. You don't have to be a genius, you just have to be consistent. Now, let's talk about my mistakes so you don't have to repeat them. The first would be burnout. I was practicing 200 CR questions a day, 100 math problems a day, no breaks and no balances. And then I crashed hard. It took me a month and a half to feel normal again, and it just reminded me how your brain is not a machine and you are not a robot. So take breaks. Rest is not wasted time, it's an investment in your future self. The second is kind of an extension to this. It's ignoring your mental health. You can't fight for justice if you're falling apart. Meditate, journal. For the love of God, journal. Lie on the floor and stare at the ceiling if you have to. Just please take care of yourself. Breathe. Your well being is not optional, it is essential. Now, the third is circling back to an academic sphere. It would be avoiding maths like the plague. I avoided QTs so hard in the beginning because I was just convinced I was not a maths person. But no one is born a law topper. You have to become one with effort, with failure, and slow improvement. Now, for my final words, I'll just have to say if you're preparing for CLAT or AILET, just know this. You're not behind, you're just starting. You're in competition with no one but your past self. Find your rhythm, stay consistent, and don't let anyone tell you what you cannot do. If you have questions or topics you want me to delve deeper into, drop a comment below and I'll try to cover it in my upcoming videos. Good luck, you've got this. And I'll see you on the other side.